So I've just bought the latest Fujifilm camera. Here's why. So before I tell you why I've gone Fujifilm mad and bought another camera, here is some news. So a little while ago, I released a video talking about a Fujifilm recipe that was based on Wes Anderson's film, Asteroid C. The video got a lot of interest and I got a lot of messages about that recipe. So I thought I would take it into my own hands and design my own Lightroom preset. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to the link in the description, head to my website and download the free preset. This might not work on every photo you take. There still needs to be some tweaking. Your skill, your knowledge is still needed to make the photograph what it is. But it's a fun preset, you know, and it's free, so go try it out. And while we're on that note, I have just dropped my first preset pack. It is called the FILMIC preset pack. I'm so proud to have got it out there. There are 8 FILMIC presets. I've been getting a lot of messages about how I color grade my photos, so I designed my own preset pack like any YouTube creator. So go check that out. There is a short sale going on at the moment, so be quick before I bump up the price to its original. So the camera I have bought is the Fujifilm X-S20. In this video, I'm gonna give you my first impressions and why did I buy this camera? But first off, I'm gonna give you a brief description of all the specs. So this camera can shoot in 6.2K open gate, 422, 10-bit internally. So not too dissimilar to the X-H2S. So that's for video, but for photography, it has a 26.1 megapixel X-Trans 5 sensor, which is pretty impressive. A lot of people don't talk about is the LCD screen is double the resolution of the XS10, which is a great feature, very much appreciated. There are 4 customizable settings. There is a vlog setting, so basically you can shoot straight out of the box. It has 5 axes of in-body stabilization, so I don't know, there's really much need for gimbals these days. It depends what kind of work you're trying to do, but for vlogging and, you know, on the fly shooting, this is great. It has 19 Fujifilm film simulations, always appreciated. This thing is really lightweight. It's only 481 grams with the battery, so I can see me taking this abroad quite a lot. And it's about half the price of the X-H2S. So the big question is, why did I get it and what are my first impressions? So the reason I bought this camera over something like the X-T4 is because some of the same features that it possesses are similar to the X-H2S, which is what I'm recording on now. And if you follow my channel, that is my main camera that I shoot with. With the X-S20, I'm kind of getting what people are calling a baby X-H2S. But that's not to be patronizing, but it is because maybe it's so small and it doesn't quite have the bang of the X-H2S. So what am I going to be using it for? Well, basically it is going to be a travel camera and it's also going to be my backup camera, my B unit, if you will. Just because I got asked to do a job recently which required 2 camera setup and I had to loan or borrow a friend's, which is fine, but it is nice to have your own. He actually had the GH5, and so in terms of color science, setup, usability, I really needed to get my own. And this popped up and it was really very attractive and it was hard to say no to be honest. Like I said, it's very affordable. It's half the price of the X-H2S, so that is a big factor. I'm not too sure how much something like an X-T4 is now, but I'm sure you could have picked one maybe cheaper up on eBay. But this was just, like I said, too good to ignore. My first impressions are as followed. The first thing is, if you do have an X-H2S and you buy this camera, you will notice how considerably smaller it is. I was a little shocked actually. I knew it was small, but I didn't know it was this small. But the great thing is that the handle on the side here, the ergonomics are similar to the X-H2S, and it feels great in the hands. It's so lightweight, as I've said, really will lead me to probably picking this camera up sometimes more for casual shooting, going on holiday, going abroad. This is the camera I will be taking with me. Because the X-H2S is my workhorse. It's my professional go-to camera and it has all the bells and whistles I need to make sure it does the job properly. This thing has F-Log and it has its open gate 6.2K. By no means is not a huge downgrade. It's just that the X-H2S is just packing a slightly bigger punch than this. One of my favorite features and the reason I bought this camera is because of the compatibility with the battery. They both share the same battery, so I'm not having to use one of the smaller Fujifilm batteries that it comes with, like with the X Pro 3 or the XT3. So this came through the mail yesterday and I've only had about 5 minutes to play with it. But already one of the coolest additions I've seen is that when I press record, the whole square of the LCD screen lights up. I really like this feature because I know exactly that I'm recording and when I'm not. So for the whole outside rim of the LCD to light up red when I'm recording is a really cool feature, and something that I hope Fujifilm start putting in more of their cameras. It really is great, especially if I've not got my glasses on and I can't see that little red dot. It's so nice to have this red LCD screen light up. I think that, to be honest, that might be the coolest feature of this thing. I have bought this for practicality and for work reasons. But who would I say this is for? My gut feeling is saying that this is for content creators. This is for people who travel a lot, need something lightweight, but still need something reliable and is going to definitely still deliver. So with the XS20, it's definitely a content creator's dream. I know Fujifilm have just brought out the 8mm ultra wide lens, so doubling up with them would be perfect. I have the Viltrox 13mm, which I talked about in a previous video, so I won't be getting the 8mm, but that sounds like a great lens and a great pairing for content creators. The fact that it has a vlog system might be very cool for others. I'm indifferent about it. I think it's a bit corny, but that's just my opinion. I don't really need it. I'm not going to be using it probably. I say that, but I'll probably be using the custom settings to get exactly what I want out of this camera. So yeah, this is just the first impressions of what it looks like, how it feels. I'm really excited to try this out. I am off to Italy soon, so this is what I will be taking and a couple of lenses, and I will be trying out my FILMIC presets. So I urge you to go check them out, again with the Asteroid City preset. Also, a very cool feature is the flash, which I don't know if I'll use. I mean, I'm going to a wedding in Italy soon, so maybe that might be a quite cool feature to take of people at night. But yeah, that's a new feature for me. I think it might have been in the XS10. I'm not sure. I've never played with the XS10, but I only hear good things, and this is why I picked up the XS20. So overall, a very cool looking, small, compact camera. I can't wait to get further and deeper into this and let you know how I'm getting on with it. This is just the first impressions. I will be coming back with a full review. I'm off to Italy soon, so this is the camera I will be taking, and I will give a longer, larger review of this camera, how it works, how it performs, how it fits into my day-to-day use, and if I'm still smitten about it as I am now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my website for that free preset and my FILMIC presets, which are on sale. Anyway, I can't wait to go try out this camera. I will be back with my review. I'll see you in the next one.